Chapter 35 of This Country of Ours. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This Country of Ours by H.E. Marshall. Chapter 35. The Founding of Maryland. About the same time as Gorges was making laws for his little kingdom of New Hampshire, another English gentleman was doing much the same, somewhat farther south. This was Lord Baltimore. The first Lord Baltimore was a Yorkshire gentleman named Calvert. He was a favourite of James I, who made him a baron, and he took his title from a tiny village in Ireland. Like so many other men of his time, Lord Baltimore was interested in America, and wanted to found a colony there. First he tried to found one in Newfoundland. There he received a large grant of land, which he called Avalon, after the fabled land in the story of King Arthur, and he had a kind of fairy vision of the warmth and sunny delights which were to be found in his new land. But instead of being warm and sunny, he found that Newfoundland was bleak and cold, so his fairy vision shrivelled and died, and he came home and asked for a grant of land on the Potomac instead. King James gave Lord Baltimore what he asked, and called the land Maryland, in honour of his wife, Queen Henrietta Maria. But before the grant was sealed, with the King's broad seal, Lord Baltimore died. Not he, therefore, but his son, Cecilius, was the first Lord Proprietary of Maryland, and for his broad lands all he had to pay to King James was 2 Indian arrows, to be delivered at Windsor Castle every year on Tuesday in Easter week. He had also to pay 1/5 part of all the gold and silver which might be found within his borders. But no gold or silver was found in the colony, so there was nothing to pay. Lord Baltimore did not himself go to America, but sent his brother, Leonard Calvert, as governor. Maryland was not founded like the Puritan colonies for religious purposes, but like New Hampshire, merely for trade and profit. But in those days religion and religious strife entered into everything. So it did into the founding of Maryland. For Lord Baltimore was a Catholic, and in England Roman Catholics in their turn, as well as dissenters, were persecuted, and Lord Baltimore hoped to found a refuge for them in his new possessions in America. So although, in the charter given by a Protestant king, the Church of England was recognized as the state religion, in reality there was great religious freedom in Maryland, and for a time it was there only that Catholics found freedom in America. But in order to secure toleration for the Catholic religion...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?